to introduce you to the newest member of our broadcast team, Jim Ross.
Thank you very much, Lord Alfred Hayes. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it's going to be. 7 great matchups have been signed for this big event here in the Sheffield Arena, including a battle for the Intercontinental Championship. Shawn Michaels, the champion, will defend against Crush. Also, Hacksaw Jim Duggan goes one-on-one against the narcissist Lex Luger. And our colleague, Bobby the Brain Heenan, who will analyze the matches, has a very special interview.
I have a very special interview. I'm going to be interviewing Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji. 1 week ago today, Yokozuna defeated Bret the Hitman Hart to become the World Wrestling Federation champion. And within a matter of seconds, Hulk Hogan defeated him to become 5 times World Wrestling Federation champion. I'm going to be talking to Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna to find out just what's going down.
Fans, we're ready for action. Let's go up to the ring.
The opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, being led by his manager, Afa, weighing in at 293 pounds, Headshrinker Fatu.
Headshrinker Fatu, making his way to the ring, not the most popular man in this magnificent facility here tonight, but he has won what double tough customer, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Boy, is he ever. I'm probably the most popular person in this facility, Jim Ross.
Well, that's a debatable subject, I can assure you. Fatu, from the island of Samoa, one half of the Headshrinkers.
And they are dangerous. Whether they're in a tag match, whether it's one-on-one, anytime Alpha's present in the corner, anything can happen.
And probably will.
And his opponent, weighing in at 260 pounds, Nasty Boy, Brian Knobbs.
One half of the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs, coming to the ring, obviously with a great deal of confidence and tremendous fan support here in this sold-out Sheffield Arena.
Well, you know something, Jim Ross? Whether it's Nasty Boy Sags or Knobbs in a tag or in a single, they're dangerous too. This is going to be one heck of a way to kick off right here on Sky Sports.
You know, Bobby, they say that before you can be a great tag team wrestler, you must first be a great one-on-one wrestler. And both these men have earned their wings in all arenas.
Well, I would have to throw my nod to Fatu because they've been together since children. They fought in the beaches, they fought in the trees, they fought in the jungles. They know how to fight. Now, Brian Knobbs, one of the Nasty Boys, he's just a punk. He's the kind of a guy that'll spray paint your house and then wreck your car. Or vice versa.
I think I know what you mean. Joey Morello, the official for this contest, as we kick off this live broadcast. And the bell sounds, and we are ready to go here. Brian Knobbs getting the crowd involved here in the early going. And that may be certainly to his benefit.
Well, you know, I've never relied a whole lot on fan support.
Well, you never had any. Why should you?
Ross, come on. I got a lot of fans. But when that bell rings and you're inside those 3 ropes, you're on your own. These people cannot help you. Some people thrive off it like Hulk Hogan. They get strength from the fans. They feel the fans. They need the fans. But a real competitor and a top-notch winner needs one thing, and that's confidence in his own ability.
This crowd really getting into it here.
Knobbs, you're going to need all the help you can get. You might as well get all these limeys behind you.
That's a terrible thing to say, Bobby. Let's show some respect for our great friends here in the United Kingdom.
I make my own friends. I don't need any friends.
Fatu and Offutt attempting to go through their opening ceremony. And just as they start to go through their ritual, as it were, the crowd gets right back into it at the encouragement of Brian Knobbs and the Nasty Boys.
Exactly. Knobbs started it all, and he's going to pay for it.
Tremendous crowd, every seat filled, every seat sold out. People on the outside wanting to get in. This is What an event here. And we are happier with us live from the Sheffield Arena.
One of the limo drivers told me he bought a ticket for this event some time ago, and he could have sold it 15 times for what he paid for it. People have been begging for the ticket. It's the hottest ticket in England.
Well, for once, I'll agree with you. You're exactly right about that.
Of course you'll agree with me. I'm right.
So, I think we're ready to go now. Fatu, and Fatu nails Knobs from behind.
See? Waving to the fans, cheering to the fans. What good did it do him?
Irish whip is reversed to the corner, a lot of velocity. And Knobs followed him in with a clothesline. Irish whip far side now. Up and over, and the back body drop. Fatu in trouble here in the early going. And he's going to slide out of the ring, perhaps to regroup here, or to get some strategy from Offa.
Well, it's great strategy. The fans don't understand it because most of them never been an athlete, especially here. They got a little game they play where they kick a ball in the air and they run up and down in, looks like their underwear. In pro football, I'm talking pro football United States, quarterback runs to the sideline so he doesn't get hit to gain extra yardage to stop the clock, to run out of bounds. They think that's a smart move. A wrestler jumps out of the ring, regroups. People don't understand. They're not athletes here in England.
Well, I don't agree with that at all. Great athletes participate in the football here in the UK. It's a great game, and we're right in the midst of football season here. Side headlock by Brian Knobs. Sheffield Wednesday's got a great soccer team.
What do they have Thursday?
Side headlock by Knobs, not for long. Fatu missed that clothesline, and Knobs caught him with a shoulder block, and down goes the big man from Samoa, Fatu. Couple of big, tough brawlers here. And this capacity crowd not overly fond of Fatu whatsoever, or his mentor, Offa.
Well, if you want to be wearing a hat, size 1, you better be nice to Offa. You'll shrink your head so quick you won't know what's happening.
Collar and elbow tie-up now. Let's see who gets the advantage. It's Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys, side headlock. Fatu has a slight edge, I would say, in power here. Even though both men are very, very strong, Fatu has a little bit of a weight advantage.
You know, wrestling's a national sport where he comes from. So all they do is fight.
Great athletic move by Fatu. He sets someone early and gets taken down by the hair of Knobs of the Nasty Boys.
Don't mess with him.
A little distracted there by Offa. Oh, it kicked him right in the face. Fatu kicked Knobs right in the face after that man distracted Knobs somewhat.
I would say he's going to be eating his Yorkshire pudding through a straw.
Tremendous kick to the face and a headbutt. And down goes Knobs.
Tell me, how do they get those little Yorkshire Terriers and make pudding out of them?
They don't make pudding out of a terrier, Bobby. Both men exchanging right hands. Fatu has a slight advantage. Irish whip, center of the ropes. Caught him with a clothesline. It found its mark, and down goes Brian Knobs. Fatu with the head shrinkers in control at this point in time of the contest.
Take him out, Fatu. Don't play with him. Take him out.
Martial arts thrust right to the neck, perhaps into the throat. Fatu blatantly breaking the rules.
I wonder if we'll see the pit stop.
Perhaps. If the opportunity arises right now, Knobs has got to wrestle defensively.
Knobs has to fight for his butt, is what he has to do. I'll drive him there.
He may go for it right here.
Break him like a grape.
Fatu now trying to waist lock Knobs setting back on it. Trying to turn the momentum, and he does it! Good counter move by Knobs to counter the attempted pile driver.
See, looks to me like... I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right hands by Knobs.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You were saying?
Go ahead. I was saying, did you notice how Knobs was crawling on his hands and knees to the corner? He's looking for his partner. He's lost without Sags.
Well, he may have got his bell rung. Both these men are used to tag team competition. And Knobbs is in a very dangerous place, that close to Offa.
Get him, Offa, get him. One for good measurement.
Offa nailed Knobbs on the outside. The referee did not see that. Oh, what a grotesque human being is Offa.
They're savages, all right. They're not the kind of guys you want to do your taxes for you.
Knobbs best get refocused on Fatu. From behind, Fatu caught him.
You see, you can't win a match beating Offa. You got to beat Fatu in the ring. What's he going after Offa for? He's not a bright guy.
Ooh, he slammed him right out here on the floor.
You hear that?
His body just hammered on the floor. Got to crack all the vertebrae there.
You know what that is?
I have no idea.
Let me put it this way. There used to be 4 head shrinkers.
You don't mean.
Yes, I think I do.
Reverse chinlock sending back to Fatu, putting a great deal of pressure on the neck and on the lower back. A version of a camel clutch. His hands locked on the chin. Look at how red Knobbs' face is getting.
Looks like he's embarrassed.
This is a submission maneuver. Fatu trying to make Knobbs of the Nasty Boys submit in this particular maneuver.
And it's awful hard to get a guy the size of Fatu off your back.
So much great action in the United Kingdom. Tuesday in Aberdeen. Tuesday, April 13th in Aberdeen. Great card there. As both men backed up to a vertical base. Knobbs avoids a clothesline. Oh, he kicked him right in the face.
3 points.
Great move there by Knobbs.
Come on, Fatu, get up, get up.
Right hands. They're fighting now. Knobbs regaining the advantage. Whip to the far side. He elevated it. Tremendous strength by Knobbs, slamming the 300-pounder. What impact in this contest.
You know, for the beating Knobbs has taken, I'm very surprised at the resilience he has and the power he still has in him.
Knobbs on top, hammering down.
This is amazing, Jim Ross. It's amazing.
Irish whip right at you. Oh, he caught him in the face.
It's amazing.
Fatu caught Knobbs in the face with that boot. Hey, wait a minute. His foot was on the rope. His foot was on the rope. The referee did not see it.
And he can't call it. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Head shrinker, Fatu.
You know what's amazing? That these humanoids can count to 10.
Well, Fatu with a victory here over Nasty Boy Knobbs. The foot right to the face. And then he used the ropes for additional leverage. Alfred Hayes, the Lord, is standing by. Back in the locker room area. Let's go. He's there now. He's with Doink.
Standing beside me, a multi-talented personality, a superstar in the World Wrestling Federation, Doink the Clown, a man with a sense of humor.
Oh, a sense of humor. You appreciate a sense of humor, Alfred?
Yes, I do indeed.
Oh, that is so good to hear because so many people in the United States they do not appreciate me. I take a situation and I capitalize on it. I make it humorous. And that's what life is all about.
Well, shortly you're going to have to face the African giant Kamala.
Kamala?
Can you capitalize on that?
That's a very strange situation there, huh? A very strange man indeed. But Kamala, not too bright, but I think I might have something up my sleeve for Kamala. Yes.
Another point that comes to mind, Doink. Elsewhere in the UK, you're going to be facing a man who you totally confused at WrestleMania 9, Crush.
Crush. A big man, a real man, a true man, a man stupid for sure. In WrestleMania, millions of people all over the world, the biggest party in the world, saw double vision. Including you. Alfred, you look like you have something in your eye.
I do? I'm wondering which Doink the Clown that was now. Anyway, Gorilla and Bobby and Jim Ross, he's on the way to the ringside now.
Lord Alfred's so confused. Gorilla Monsoon's back in the States, Brink.
You never know with Gorilla Monsoon. That guy's funny, you gotta admit. He's a barrel of laughs.
Doink the Clown.
And that is one very, very bizarre person.
You bet, I'll agree with you on that. You watch a man's eyes and you can tell a lot. His personality changes 3, 4, 5, 30 times.
I know at WrestleMania, we saw 2 Doink the Clowns.
No.
I think it could be possible that 2 could be here tonight. Who knows?
Well, that was an illusion. There's not 2 Doinks.
There are 2 Doinks. I saw them, and the fans watching WrestleMania just 7 days ago saw them as well.
He went under the ring. He came from under the ring. I looked under the ring when it was over. There was no one there. There was no trap doors. There was just iron piping tools and stuff like that. It was an illusion. You know that.
And his opponent from Uganda, weighing 390
Greg, look at the crowd here. This arena sold completely out as Kamala, the big man from Uganda, makes his way to the ring. Kamala and Doink preparing to go one-on-one here in just a few moments.
He should leave that shield on. He's better looking.
Fans, we mentioned some of the great dates that you can enjoy with your family live WWF action. And we'll have more information on this tremendous WWF tour later in this broadcast.
There's a lot more dates, too, you're not mentioning, but you're going to get to that later, right?
I certainly am.
I'd like to know where everybody's going, too.
Brighton, Birmingham, Glasgow,
Matter of fact,
Belfast,
I'd like
Dublin.
to tell you where to go.
Well, you could join me there. You're an expert.
I beg your pardon.
Referee Danny Davis trying to communicate with Kamala, and
Forget it.
that's going to be a difficult challenge, no doubt about that. As is customary, the official will check both men very succinctly, very thoroughly to make sure that they're not carrying any type of illegal objects into the ring.
Well, he found something.
Hey, wait a minute. What's up? He's got a piece of wood, some type of, look like a billy club up the sleeve of Doink the Clown.
One of Kamala's toothpicks. Well, that can happen. Haven't you ever put on a coat and found a hanger in it? Same thing happens.
You got to believe this was premeditated. He wanted to use that weapon on Kamala if he had the opportunity.
Maybe he's not done yet. I don't know if Kamala knows what a clown is. He's going to find out real quick.
He certainly is, and never underestimate the athletic abilities of Doink the Clown. And Kamala so big and strong, they locked up. Doink has got to get this big man off his feet. That man must, in order to have any success offensively in this event.
Well, he's a tremendous wrestler, Doink. He knows, I don't know how many holes. He knows a maneuver for every hole. He knows how to get out of every hole. But he's got to get Kamala down. He can't match strength with him. But you can outsmart him, that's obvious.
As long as Kamala is in that upright position, he'll have the distinct advantage. Doink's got to use his quickness and resourcefulness. There's a single leg takedown, and that will help negate the strength of the giant Kamala. Armbar applied by Doink the Clown.
Very simple to beat Kamala. Very simple.
And what do you mean by that?
What you do is you get 2 bowls. Fill one with water and one with dog food. When he starts eating, you just put the boots to him.
Well, I don't quite agree with that analogy, but in any event, Doink the Clown now stomping away at the big man from Uganda and right back into that armbar, keeping his much larger opponent on the canvas where his strength will be negated.
Plus, Kamala is not a wrestler. He's a wild animal. He'll fight you. He'll use anything he can to win. He's close to that 400-pound mark, if not over it. But getting a man down, a double wrist arm bar, a reverse suplex, a duplex. He doesn't know any of that.
Duplex.
Yes, that's 2 suplexes.
Kamala, that chop, but Doink holds on to the wrist lock. Another chop and a double leg. And Doink using the flat of the foot to stomp away at Kamala in the ribs and the head.
My favorite guy. He makes me laugh. The stuff he does. I saw him push a button the other day on the escalator. Going down, everybody stopped. You know the button on the bottom there?
Yes.
But 30 people and their packages flew into the air.
What's funny about that?
The landing.
Tell me, what's funny about that?
The landing.
Kamala back up to his vertical base and see how effective he is when he's in an upright position. He's so strong. Chops. That knocked Doink down. Another chop right to the head. And that Doink is in trouble.
Boy, he is. Kamala's mad now.
Irish whip, far side. Ooh,
Whoa!
squashed him right in the corner with all that weight, and Doink rolling out of bounds. Now, wait a minute. Where's he going? This is what happened at WrestleMania.
Uh-oh, here we go. We might see 2 Doinks. We might see 3.
Well, he's on the other side.
Is he?
From behind, Doink has Kamala confused. Well, maybe there are 2 of these guys. Is that the same guy that was wrestling just a while ago?
Yes, the black guy from Uganda.
No, the clown, Doink.
Oh, he's the same guy.
Double axe handle off the top. I'm not so sure. There may be another Doink under the ring, just like at WrestleMania.
Why don't you run down and check? I'll hold the fort here.
No, I'm not going to do it. It's too many people to go through. Look at thousands of fans here.
Has nothing to do with going into the ring and maybe never coming out, huh?
Well, maybe a little.
That's why I'm not going. I'll be right up front with you.
Well, that would be a first. Using the ropes for additional leverage, Doink the Clown. Those big feet right to the face. Look at Kamala. He's back up ready to fight, but he's a little bit woozy. He paid for that high-risk move. Kamala caught Doink coming off the top rope.
Whoa.
Now the headbutt and the chop. Doink reeling back in the ropes. Kamala whips him to the other side. It caught him with a double thrust right to the chest and to the throat. And there's a big splash.
Oh.
He's got him in a pinning predicament, but he's got to roll him over.
Oh, he's not smart enough. Look at this. Thousands and thousands of humanoids telling him to roll him over.
The fans here trying to help Kamala. Roll him over, roll him over. Kamala doesn't understand. He thinks the referee should be counting now. Now he had it, no. He had it for a moment, just a moment, but Doink the Clown, that was a wise move by Doink to try to stay on his stomach.
I'm telling you, I know this man. I know him, but I can't put my finger on who he is. Sometimes he does a move. Look at this.
He pulled him down. Doink's got the tights, and Doink the Clown rolled him up, and he'll
Beautiful.
Here's your winner, Doink the Clown.
And he didn't need that big piece of wood, did he? Not at all.
Doink the Clown with a victory.
Watch the eyes.
Here
Watch
in
the eyes.
Sheffield.
Watch the
He
eyes.
is a very bizarre individual.
He'll change on you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, being led by his manager, Afa, weighing in at 270 pounds, head shrinker, Samu.
Another member of the Head Shrinker, Samu, being led to the ring by Afa. Our next contest should really be a tremendous one-on-one encounter. Samu, big and rugged, no doubt about it.
He's bigger than Fatu, if you can believe that.
Big, tough individual. I can assure you that as this phenomenal crowd looks on. Fans, Lord Alfred Hayes is standing by in the locker room area with Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, your opponent Samu is making his way towards the ring. What are your feelings about this match coming up?
Well, of course, my feelings are going to be like before I go into every match. I'm concentration, I'm focused. But Lex Luger, everybody saw what Lex Luger did. I'm still feeling the effects from WrestleMania 9 where he blindsided me and knocked me completely out in the center of the ring. Luger, I haven't forgot about that. But right now, first things first. Samu, the man usually wrestles in tag team competition. But tonight, you're one-on-one. with Mr. Perfect, the greatest athlete the World Wrestling Federation has ever produced. You know, right here in Sheffield, everybody is going to get an opportunity to see Mr. Perfect go one-on-one with Samu, and I'll tell you right now, Lord Alfred Hayes, I have never been more ready than I am right now.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that. You sure you've physically recovered from that beating you took from Luger?
Well, the knots are still in the back of my head, but first things first, Samu, it's you and I right now. Tonight, it's going down. You better be ready.
Mr. Perfect on his way to the ring. Back to you, Jim and Bobby.
All right, Lord Alfred Hayes, thank you very much. What a one-on-one matchup this will be. And listen to the ovation.
His opponent.
Tremendous ovation for our next athlete. And what a supreme, all-around athlete he is. Mr. Perfect. Soon, there you see him. They love this man throughout the United Kingdom. His speed and quickness must be at his all-time best to offset the power and the strength of Samu of the Head Shrinkers.
See, I'll tell you one thing. He's wasting his time letting the people cheer for him. He better focus on Samu, or it'll be adios to you, Mr. Perfect.
I'm sure he is full well aware
Mr. Perfect is
of
more
that.
perfect than, oh, come on, lady. Take that sign back to the restroom.
Somebody
They
told me
need it.
earlier today that Perfect was a lot better off now that he wasn't associated with you.
Well, that may be some people's opinion, but the only reason he's the athlete he is because of me. I taught him everything I knew, or wanted him to know, let's put it that way. He's copied everything from me.
I wasn't aware of that. I apologize.
Well,
I'm
accept
sorry.
it.
I didn't know you taught him everything he knows.
I taught him everything I wanted him to know, let's put it that way. I accept your apology. You don't happen to have a American Express gold card on you, do you? I'll take that. You won't offend me with cash.
No, yeah. Well, that's all you're going to get. And I may want to take my apology back. Offa, who will be here at ringside during this contest, and obviously Mr. Perfect must be aware of his presence. And that certainly puts Perfect in a very precarious position.
Well, it certainly does, because you don't know what the Head Shrinkers will do. You don't know what they're going to do. I'm not sure they know what they're going to do. They're very, very dangerous.
Samu will have the edge in bulk and power, strength, but Perfect's edge in technique and quickness and speed may be able to offset the advantages that we mentioned about Samu. Collar and elbow tie-up.
Samu is very quick, too. You know, he's not just a 330, 20-pound guy that is slow and sluggish in that ring. He's extremely agile.
You're right about that. He has great agility for a man his size. Collar and elbow tie-up. Perfect with a side headlock.
And boy, would he like that head with that blonde hair hanging from his mirror.
Samu grabbing a handful of hair. Oh, good shoulder block by Perfect. Using the ropes for a little additional momentum. Great agility by Samu. And likewise by Perfect. Samu went for the crossbody. Nobody there. Missed the clothesline. The pace is quick. Crossbody press. Could be all. Only one this time. Arm drag takeover. Drop kick. Oh, what an offensive flurry by Perfect. Arm drag takeover again. And Samu backpedals out of the ring.
Well, you see there, I taught him all that. His popularity. It's amazing, these limeys, the way they're standing cheering this guy. The way he double-crossed me. Of course, I guess they're used to being double-crossed and double-crossed people.
Come on, Bobby. Those remarks aren't called for.
Does the sun ever shine here?
Of course the sun
Never
shines.
seen the sun shine here.
This is a beautiful country.
Try to go out and buy a bottle of suntan lotion. Good luck.
Offa, I guess getting Samu's attention on the outside here. That's a pretty unique way of communicating to headbutt it.
Oh, he likes it. Like a pat on the back to them.
Boy, that's a pretty bizarre looking individual as well.
How'd you like that looking in your window about 2 in the morning?
No, thank you.
How'd you like that in the house with you about 2 in the morning?
No, thank you. Referee Joe Morella now exercises count. Samu back in the ring, and it looks as if Samu would like to have a test of strength with Mr. Perfect. Perfect wants to wrestle. Samu wants to test his strength. There's a good look at the youngster from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, a second-generation wrestler.
Come on, Perfect. Put your paw up there.
I don't know how smart it will be for Perfect to go strength for strength with this big man. He was doing a tremendous job keeping Samu off his feet. Collar and elbow tie up once again.
Perfect is extremely powerful. He's very deceiving.
Oh, hard shoulder lock.
Look at the agility.
Ooh, man.
Well, what good did it do him?
Samu almost took Perfect's head off with that clothesline.
Come on, Samu, get him.
Samu wants to come with those high-impact moves.
It's all yours.
Straight right hand. Mr. Perfect in trouble now. Back to the
Samu.
corner.
If you beat him, you can keep him.
Samu raked right down the chest of Mr. Perfect. Ooh,
Whoa, listen to that.
what a chop. Rakes his face and his chest with his fingers and a headbutt. Samu has slowed the pace down. He slowed it down to where he wants it. He's dictating the pace right now. And Samu takes Perfect and throws him over the top rope all the way to the floor and near Afa. There you see Afa with his back to you. And Afa, oh, he kicked Perfect right in the stomach.
That's okay, though.
What's okay about it?
It's Mr. Perfect. You never kick him enough. Perfect going over that top rope. Looked like the Concorde when you and I came over the way that landed.
Perfect feeling the effects of that kick. But from behind, big chop right to the back of his head. And you know the back of his head's got to be very, very sore because of what happened at WrestleMania when he was knocked out by Lex Luger.
1 week ago.
Oh, right. The side of his face and his shoulder into those stairs.
Did you notice something? The way Alpha suckered Perfect in, and then Samu nailed him from behind. Same thing happened in the first match, you remember. The way Alpha suckered Knobs in, which isn't hard to do, and then Fatu nailed him from behind. They have a plan. They're not dummies. They're violent, vicious people, but they have a plan.
Well, you're right about that. Indeed, there is a method to their madness, shall we say, as Perfect back in the ring, right down again, echoing throughout this sold-out Sheffield Arena as we are coming to you live on Sky Sports. Irish whip far side of the ring. Perfect quickly moved out of the way, and Samu found nothing but turnbuckle. Perfect
look at this.
leg grapevine.
Oh my God!
Trying to snap his leg was Mr. Perfect, and that will certainly lessen Samu's mobility.
Well, you bet, Ross.
Spinning leg lock. Putting a great deal of pressure on the knee.
I could never wrestle barefoot.
Pardon me?
I could never wrestle barefoot. I couldn't even imagine it, how painful that could be.
Straight right hand, hard right hand. And again, on the outside, Afa with another cheap shot as Samu will gain an unfair advantage here thanks to the outside interference of Afa.
But if the ref don't see it, he can't call it.
Well, you're right about that, but it's still illegal and unethical. But I'm sure you don't know a lot about ethics.
You know what illegal is?
Illegal.
It's a sick bird.
Well, Samu is a sick bird. He's biting Perfect in the face.
Oh, they'll eat anything. Their favorite is metal. They like metal shavings and cardboard.
Oh, straight martial arts kick that caught Perfect in the face. There's
look
the
too
lateral
perfect, does
press. Could be over. Two. Oh, 2.5.
Come on, referee!
They're very, very close. Less than 1/2 count away from a Samu victory. And now Samu is choking Mr. Perfect right in front of the referee.
Yeah, but he has a count. He has till 5 to break that count.
If the referee reaches 5, it'll be a disqualification. Samu, who has slowed the pace more to his liking.
Oh!
Big chop there by Perfect. And another chop, and another chop. Perfect now building some offensive momentum, but only a short while. Thumb right to the eye by Samu, and that stopped the offense of Mr. Perfect.
Did you ever have a thumb jabbed into your eye?
No, I haven't. I don't care to experience
Turn
it.
around here, I'll show you.
No thanks.
I'll show you how it feels. I don't mind.
Well, let me thumb you then.
I mind that.
Samu tosses Perfect again back outside here.
Always better to give than receive, don't you know that?
Oh, it is about Christmas time, and as far as thumbs are concerned, I'll pass. Perfect. Look at Afa is lurking around the corner, keeping an eye on the referee for sure, and on Mr. Perfect. And Perfect run right into the steel ring post.
Use everything you can. You're gonna need it.
May have injured that shoulder there. He's holding his shoulder. His left shoulder looks to be a little bit injured.
I mean, Perfect is one tough customer. He's agile, he's strong, he knows that ring. Like you said, second generation. The trouble him and I had, he's not real bright. I figured that. You know, I had to teach him to write. He couldn't write his own name.
Bobby, that's probably untrue, ladies
He's
and gentlemen.
illiterate.
Ooh, headbutt. And that may have been below the belt. It was close.
Perfect's wearing a belt?
You know what I mean, in the groin area. Afa had the referee distracted, and they have, the head strickers have done an admirable job distracting the referee upon occasion. Headbutt. This may be all for Perfect. This should be it. 1, 2, oh, inches. Just inches away.
Come on! I could count. I gotta count it at 10. Slow as he counts.
Samu a little bewildered and surprised
1, 2, 3. That's how you
that he
count.
didn't get the 3 count. And again, Samu biting Mr. Perfect.
In the neck.
Afa, the leader of the head shrinkers.
Alpha told me that he can't wait to get to London. They're gonna go for a walk. Imagine those 3 walking around London. Oh!
Both athletes, Samu and Mr. Perfect, exchanging those chops. But Samu, the bigger of the two, gets the better of the situation.
Look at the people. This is tremendous.
They're exchanging rights. It's a brawl now. Both men barely standing. And down to one knee goes Samu. Mr. Perfect getting the better of the situation. Hard right hands, a kick to the head, and another. And they get 3. And did it get him below the belt again?
No, I think he's got cramps. I think it must have been this food over here. You know, you eat that mutton pie or whatever that stuff is you get. I don't know.
The food here has been wonderful. Mr. Perfect not feeling very wonderful right now, however.
I bet he's not even feeling Mr. Perfect.
Samu now has the advantage. We'll see if he can put Mr. Perfect away. Slamming Perfect's head. Great camera shots right there into the turnbuckle. And Perfect just about out on his feet here.
Can you imagine going back to their island with all that beautiful blonde hair and a little bitty head? Boy, would they be national heroes. They have a parade for him.
That's a real sick thing to think about.
You know what a 2-block parade means where they come from?
No.
Oh, that's the height of appreciation.
Perfect inside cradle, has him hooked. No, did he get it? No, he got 2. Great wrestling move by Perfect, inside cradle. But as both men came back up, it was Samu with another thumb to the eye.
I believe Samu's ahead on points.
Well, you might be right about that. Samu tosses Perfect outside. Mr. Perfect must show some of his great resiliency. He's having to wrestle a defensive match here.
Perfect has taken a beating. He has really taken a beating.
And now Perfect brings Samu outside. Oh, Samu right back up. Scoop body slam and then the headbutt. Mr. Perfect in a great deal of trouble. Samu climbing to the top. He's over 300 pounds. Oh, nobody there.
Wow!
Nobody there. Perfect hooks him up.
Perfect flex!
Perfect flex. The left is hooked. It's over.
Is your winner, Mr. Perfect.
I think he held the tight, Ross.
He did not hold the tight.
I'm telling you, he held the
His
tight.
hands were locked.
He had the tights.
What a victory for Mr. Perfect. The perfect flex. Once again, proving to be the deciding factor. A very, very hard-fought victory for Mr. Perfect here in Sheffield at the arena. We'll take another look at it, beautiful Bobby, and you'll see it for yourself.
Okay.
Perhaps the big turning point in this entire matchup.
Okay, look at this. Samu comes off that top rope, lands flat on his face. I'm not sure how much damage that did. Perfect turns around, knows where he's at, hooks him, goes for the perfect flex, and I think he's got the tights. See, the referee's in the way, but I can see from my vantage point, he had the tights.
Yes, we'll be back with more.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. In the ring, from the outer reaches of your mind, weighing 258 pounds, Damian Demento.
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen, here in Sheffield at the sold-out arena.
From Princeton, Minnesota,
Jim Ross and Bobby the Brain Heenan with you, along with Lord Alfred Hayes. Bobby Backlund making his way to the ring. Bobby Backlund, who at 43 years of age, making a magnificent comeback here in the WWF, a former WWF champion, Bobby the Brain.
I think he held that title for about 6 or 7 years.
Tremendous athlete, great amateur wrestler in his collegiate days.
Yeah, but what'll that get you? Nothing. You don't make a dime doing anything amateur. You gotta make cash. You only got so long. You gotta get all the money you can.
You base everything in your life on cash.
Everything.
Don't you have any feelings for your fellow man? Well, that's
If he brings me cash,
Sure.
I'll say thank you. I will take credit cards, negotiable bonds. I'll take securities.
Bob Backlund, one of the fine gentlemen in the sport of wrestling here in the WWF, and that man is certainly weird, to say the least.
He is strange.
I saw him earlier today talking to himself.
Today is a different time.
Well, if I was back when I'd talk to myself too.
What?
He said Backlund was talking to himself.
No, Demento.
Oh, I wouldn't talk to Backlund. He's boring. He's the kind of a guy who goes to a party and he hangs in a room with the coats and memorizes labels.
That's boring, all right, but Bobby Backlund certainly is far from that. Demento, big, strong, rugged individual. Single leg pickup by Bob Backlund. Hey, he's got both arms hooked. The backslide got him. No, he's got 2.5. Another forearm by, oh, that forearm smash caught Demento, and over the top he went. And referee Danny Davis encouraging Bob Backlund to stay back and allow Demento to enter the ring without any interference. And Demento rolls out on the other side.
Who's he all talking to now? Who's he?
Speak to me, voice. That is right. Backlund will suffer Demento's devastation.
Fans, we have got a tremendous broadcast yet to come, including the Intercontinental Championship matchup. Shawn Michaels will take on the 315-pound Crush, plus the narcissist Lex Luger in this broadcast meets Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and the Brain will talk to Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna. That and more.
I want to really find out what happened with this whole Hulk Hogan situation. Hulk Hogan is now the World Wrestling Federation champion. Won the title in, what was it, 4 or 5 seconds? I never saw anything like that. what's great about being here in Sheffield?
Well, a lot of things, but what do you think's great?
You won't hear that lousy USA, USA chant when Duggan walks to ringside.
You want to bet?
We're not in the USA.
I realize that.
Okay, I'll tell you this. If these limeys start chanting USA, USA, then it proves one thing to me. They have no idea where they're at. They think they're in downtown Detroit.
Oh, man. Why are you so cynical?
Or Allentown, Pennsylvania. Imagine that.
First chinlock applied by Damian Demento. And Backlund worked his way back up, but only momentarily.
Isn't Glasgow the place where all the men wear miniskirts?
You mean kilts?
I don't know what you call them. I call them miniskirts.
Kilts. Reverse chinlock. You see Demento has a big advantage when it comes to size there. And he's making Backlund really suffer with that reverse chinlock.
You got to pound on Backlund to beat him because he knows an awful lot about professional holds, back and forth, and anything from collegiate all the way up to winning the WWF title. The man's a master of holds and counter moves, and you just gotta pound on him. You can't out wrestle the guy. I could, but
oh, you could.
Yeah, I don't care.
Are you?
What?
I don't believe that at all. Demento maintaining control with that reverse chinlock, and Backlund's neck has been crimped there, and he is fading and fading fast here. Backlund needs a big counter move here. Just create a little distance between himself and Demento.
Sit down.
There's a cruel man. Tear his head off. See what he's made of. Get it?
Backlund trying to turn into the pressure. I got it. Oh, I got it all right. Backlund trying to work his way back up. Does so. And Backlund. Great leverage there. Arm drag takeover. And a high hip lock takeover. Bobby Backlund showing great resiliency here. Scoops up his much larger opponent. Backlund has deceivingly good strength.
He's 43 years old. Can you imagine that, Ross?
Yeah, I can imagine it.
What were you doing? What kind of shape were you in when you were 43?
Sunset flip. I'm not 43 as of yet. What were you doing? What were you doing? I know you're older than I am.
Oh, I'm not older than you. You're older than me.
Demento on the outside. Again, hammering Bobby Backlund. And Demento quickly to return to the ring. And he rakes the eyes in the face. Demento is just a very brawling, mauling type of athlete.
Well, he's a very strange man. I don't know what runs through that mind of his, but I'd like to find out, wouldn't you?
Well, not particularly. Why don't you send him to your psychologist and maybe he would make you privy to the information.
I don't need a couch, doctor. I'm perfectly fine.
Well, that's debatable as well. Demento taking Backlund shoulder first into the top turnbuckle. A snapmare over. Demento, leg drop to the face of Backlund. Bob Backlund in trouble. Demento hooks the far leg and got a near fall. A 2 count.
He's taking it to Backlund. He's staying on him. He's staying on him good. That's the way to beat Backlund. Man's in tremendous shape, though, you know, Bob Backlund. He works out before a match. I would say an hour and a half. He does all that stair climbing, you know, up and down the stairs, but he doesn't get any place.
He is a real fanatic when it comes to physical conditioning.
Nutrition is a big, he takes a blender. He's got all these carrots and everything he puts in there. Carrots and lettuce and celery and Twinkies and, you know, everything he just jams in there.
Demento maybe a little high up on the shoulders. I think he sensed that. And he again rakes the eyes. Referee Danny Davis having a hard time convincing Demento to adhere to the rules. First chinlock again.
Come on, snap it. Snap his head off.
Backlund has got to think of a counter here that he can execute.
It'd be nice if he turned his head around. That way Backlund could see where he's been.
Backlund trying to work his way back up, and he does, and takes Demento off his feet momentarily. And Backlund meets Demento with a headbutt to the abdomen coming in. Look at the strength of Backlund, but he couldn't hold it this time. 1, 2, and that's all.
Barely got out of that one.
You're right about that.
I know it. I'm the brain.
Irish whip coming at us here. Backlund Waist lock. Rolls to Minto in. Falls back in the bridge. Should be all, and it is.
Well, I used to use that maneuver.
You did not.
I did too. The way you keep talking, Ross, people are going to think I'm a liar.
They've got that figured out long before I came along. I can tell you that right now. Bobby Backlund using a great wrestling move. Roll him up, bridge backwards. As Bobby Backlund, we'll take another look here, Brain. You analyze it.
Okay, it's very simple. He's going for a clothesline there. Backlund rolls him in, but he should have held the ropes to Mendo. Then I think he loses his balance. No, that was my move. Yeah, he saw me do that. It's called a reverse cradle crotch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have more action. As a matter of fact, now let's go back to Lord Alfred Hayes.
Mr. Perfect, I watched your match against Samu. You did everything right. A great confidence builder. It was a tough, hard-fought match, but you came out with a victory. Now, does that do something for you, knowing that in the UK you have to face Lex Luger?
I'll tell you, all the competition here in the World Wrestling Federation is top-notch. My elbow, my fingers are still numb where he ran me into the post. I'll tell you what, Samu's probably one of the toughest wrestlers I've ever wrestled in my career. But Lex Luger, you're the man that's going to get the payback. The remainder of the UK tour, Mr. Perfect is looking for you. Because everybody saw what you did to me at WrestleMania when you came up and blindsided me from the side and knocked me out. Luger, I'm looking for you the remainder of the tour. In fact, tonight, during his match, Luger, I will be in the background watching every move that he makes.
And you think that you're going to get some inspiration from watching his match that may give you the key to success? Because, quite honestly, I've looked at Luger. He looks even more than perfect.
Well, pardon me? There's only one Mr. Perfect in the World Wrestling Federation, and that's me. Luger only claims to be beyond perfection. He's the man that challenged me. Well, somewhere, somehow, Luger, you and I are going to hook horns, and we're going to see who is perfect and who is not.
Back to top physical condition, a lot of confidence, in fact, brimming with that. So now I'm going to send you back ringside with Jimmy and Bobby.
Jimmy and Bobby.
Well, all
Bobby
right,
and Jimmy.
ladies and
Jimmy
gentlemen.
and Bobby. Bobby and Jimmy.
No doubt about it that Mr. Perfect and the narcissist Lex Luger have a big score to settle, and that's going to be happening here in the next few days, fans, as we are about to have more action here. The Brooklyn Brawler in the ring.
The Brooklyn Brawler. And his opponent from Norfolk, Virginia.
As Typhoon, the big man, over 400 pounds, makes his way to the ring. And our fans in the great city of London, Thursday, April 15th, and Friday, April the 16th in London. Typhoon, a big, huge man, has got to be the favorite, in my estimation, in this contest against the resourceful Brooklyn Brawler, Brain.
I'm going to have to go along with you on that. I think the Brawler's just, he doesn't have it when it comes to size, naturally. Typhoon's just too big. The Brawler's a street fighter from the alleys of New York City, from Brooklyn, but I don't think he's got it to take the Typhoon out. But let me tell you something. I don't know if you knew this or not. Did you know Sheffield, England, right here is renowned for its steel, and they produce cutlery.
Right.
And you know the Japanese named a town in Japan called Sheffield so they could use the word Sheffield on their cutlery. Did you know Mr. Fuji owns that town in Japan?
I did not know that.
Well, stick around. I'll tell you a lot of things.
I'm sure you will. And some may even be the truth.
What?
The Brooklyn Brawler trying to stay away from Typhoon, and that may be the most sound strategy that he could employ here.
Did you ever hear of a guy, some clown named Trevor Francis? He's a soccer coach. He's been calling me the last day I was here. Yesterday, he was asking and begging me for advice. He said, Brain, please help me with the team. He left a message. I wouldn't talk to him, but I can't be bothered with phone calls. Don't people realize that?
Well, he is a great coach, no doubt about it. And, of course, Sheffield Wednesday recently beat Sheffield United in the semifinal of the FA Cup.
Yeah, it's a real tough job coaching. You have to tell all those guys, kick the ball forward.
Wow. Now, that's power right there, ladies and gentlemen. Collar and elbow hookup, and Typhoon just showed us a great display of strength there. This is a huge, huge man, about 6'7" or 6'8".
Close to that 400-pound mark, if not over it, maybe.
Brawler trying an overhand wrist lock, and to no avail. Irish whip to the center of the ropes, and it's like running into Big Ben or something. Down goes the Brooklyn Brawler. Oh, Typhoon caught him, kicked him right in the chest. Oh, drop kick by this huge, huge man.
I don't think he got him good, though. I think the Brawler was kind of had the R, the reverse gear in effect.
I know the fans here in Sheffield are proud of Sheffield Wednesday. Now they're going to face Arsenal in the FA Cup at Wembley on May 15th. So our congratulations
Oh,
to
yes.
Sheffield Wednesday and all the
Yes.
great athletes and all the fine fans
Oh,
that
yes.
support that team.
Oh, win that beautiful cup. Looks to me like every person in Sheffield must be here.
Well, there was several that couldn't get in because all the tickets were sold out well in advance of this event. Certainly encourage the fans to see live WWF action if you have the opportunity in the month
Hottest
of
ticket in
April.
town. Can't move him. I'll tell you something. I know why these people like Typhoon.
Why?
He's just like the weather here.
Oh, he missed the elbow. How's that?
Like a typhoon. Constantly raining, drizzly, windy, stormy. Ugh.
The Brawler now trying to gain a little momentum. Kicking Big Typhoon in the face. And a flat of the foot right to the abdomen.
The Brawler's walking away from him. You're not going to beat Typhoon like that. You got to stay on him.
The Brawler with a foot right across his throat. Brawler with the advantage here. And he better try to widen the advantage while he can, while he's got the big man off his feet. I'm surprised that the Brawler hasn't gone for a pinning combination here, Brain.
Well, the Brawler's a street kid, like I said. He likes to fight. They never try to pin you in the alleys of Brooklyn, try to kick your teeth out. He's enjoying himself right now, working over Typhoon, excuse me.
Here the referee exercising his count. The Brawler has a count of 5 to break the illegal hold.
Do the people here in Sheffield realize that?
Oh, look at this. The Brawler really trying to gain an unfair advantage, and he's getting dangerously close to being disqualified by referee Joe Morella.
You're not going to make a lot of money with Typhoon.
How would you do that?
Well, I wouldn't have him wrestle. I'd take him to shopping centers and let kids ride him for a couple bucks, for a couple pounds. Makes a great ride.
I'll remind him you said that a little bit later tonight.
Well, I didn't say that. Someone else told me that on the way in. I thought I'd relay it to you.
And now the Brawler gnawing away, a la the head shrinkers at the head of Typhoon. And the big 400-pounder finds himself in trouble here.
Boy, did you hear him hit?
Lateral press. Oh, look at the power. Brawler thought he had him, but Typhoon much, much too strong for the Brawler on that particular situation.
He is a big, powerful man.
Reverse chin lock. The Brooklyn Brawler in control here.
See, now what I would do, since he wrestles with his jeans on, and I don't know when they were washed the last time, but it doesn't matter here in Sheffield, I'd take the belt off my jeans. If he had one, I'd wear one, and I'd choke the living daylights out of that Typhoon. That's what I'd do.
You're awfully brave from our broadcast, Manny. Why don't I see if I can get a match signed with you and Typhoon?
Well,
How
I'm
would that be?
retired now, Mr. Ross. I'm a broadcast journalist.
Typhoon has found his way back up, but not for long, as the Brawler used the hair one more time to take Typhoon down, and now he's choking the big man. He's trying to rob him of the oxygen that runs that big machine.
Come on, that's a count.
Lateral press, got 2, and that's all. Well, the Brawler, whether you like his tactics or not, sound strategy to keep this huge Typhoon off his feet as he, again, goes to the eyes. That has been his best offensive weapon, apparently, is raking the eyes and temporarily blinding Typhoon.
Well, you have to do what you have to do. And that's obviously what he has to do to get him down. Tell him. Well, what a tour this has been, huh? And what a tour it's going to be.
Lateral press one more time. And again, another near fall situation for the Brooklyn Brawler. And he goes right back to the reverse chin lock, crimping the neck of Typhoon.
Uh-oh, did you read his lips?
No, I can't read
I don't
lips.
want to tell you what he called him.
Reverse chinlock, very basic wrestling maneuver, yet very effective when applied properly. And right now, the Brooklyn Brawler has it applied expertly around the huge neck of the Brawler, or the Typhoon, rather, excuse me.
Choke him. Come on, Brawler.
Come on!
Referee checking Typhoon.
Ring the bell, ref. Ring the bell.
He'll check him.
Send him back. Let him get some tea and trumpets.
Well,
Why do they play?
If it drops one more time, this one is over. Oh, nope, no, it's not. Typhoon signifying that he's got some left. And this capacity crowd here at the Sheffield Arena really getting behind this huge athlete. Typhoon trying to work his way back up to both feet. He's up to one knee now. Now he's back up to his vertical base. This is where he can be very, very dangerous. He backs the Brawler to the corner. Irish sweep. Oh, but nobody there.
Oh, if he'd have hit the Brawler with that one, he'd have put the Brawler out.
The Brawler avoided the contact and is stomping away at the midsection of Typhoon.
Brawler's a lot smarter than he looks.
Well, I would hope so. And now he's kicking at the hamstring, trying to Charlie horse injure the hamstring of the big man. Uh-oh.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I don't think this is going to work. And Typhoon easily slams the Brawler.
Easily.
Irish whip far side. And this
Oh!
time, he followed him in.
Pancake City.
Power slam. What a power slam. Lateral press. And the big man wins it. Typhoon got the offense on track. And when he did, the big man was unstoppable. A succession of power moves by Typhoon was too much for the Brooklyn Brawler. Fans, Lord Alfred Hayes is standing by in the locker room area. Let's go to his lordship.
My guest at this moment is the narcissist Lex Luger. Lex, there's a couple of things I'd like to ask you first. One is, everybody's been discussing your ability, well, your physical ability too is outstanding and very, very shining. But they are asking questions about your ability to knock people out with your right arm.
Well, you know, Lord Alfred, when you look like I do, everyone wants to talk about you. Everyone wants a shot at you. Everyone wants to arrest you because Lex Luger, the narcissist, can make or break a career even if they handle themselves halfway decent against me. Now, I heard Mr. Perfect moaning and whining about my elbow, and he still has knots on his head. Well, Mr. Perfect, that is only the beginning, because I've got you here all across the UK, and I'm just licking my chops. Because if you thought you had your brain scrambled at WrestleMania, I'm going to put you out for good here in the UK.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Perfect told me he's going to watch your match very, very closely tonight, and he's going to find something that's going to give him the key to victory.
Well, he can watch very closely from the back all he wants. I have no weaknesses. However, I also have a surprise because there'll be someone also keeping their eye on my match as well.
A very, very confident narcissist there. And now stay with us. We're coming back with a lot more action.
Jim Ross and Bobby the Brain Heenan back with you, and there is the WWF Intercontinental Champion, the irrepressible Shawn Michaels. And to say that he will have his hands full, Brain, and this one is a major understatement.
Well, Crush is about 6 feet 7, 6'8", 330 pounds or so, and he has one big, strong man from Kona, Hawaii. Shawn Michaels could be in trouble, but he's the Intercontinental Champion. He didn't get that belt by just pushing around a bunch of little people selling fish and chips. This is one tough man also. This is going to be a great match.
Michaels got great technique and great speed, but Crush has overwhelming power. And we'll get his introduction now. Fans out of their seats. Every ticket for this event sold out well in advance. And here comes Crush.
Look at the size of this man, Jim Ross.
He is a massive individual.
Look at that, he's head and shoulders above everybody. Of course, the tallest guy in town here is about 4'8".
He may be the strongest to compete presently here in the WWF.
And he's agile.
Great ovation for this huge individual. And we will certainly see just how resourceful the Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels can be, because there is absolutely no way, in my opinion, Brain, that Michaels can go power for power with Crush.
No, I'll agree with you on that. But you have to understand something. To maintain that Intercontinental title, Michaels doesn't have to beat Crush. Crush has to beat him. All Michaels has to do is last the time limit. And I know he's smarter than Crush, because he's Hawaiian. Which, you know, Hawaii is a suburb of Liverpool.
I wasn't aware of that. You must have flunked geography in school.
Well, it's not that close. I realize that, but they have the same mentality.
Collar and elbow tie up, and again, Michaels finding out just exactly how strong Crush really is. And now Michaels saying that Crush gained the illegal advantage by pulling his hair. I did not see that.
Crush's whole game plan has to be to wear Michaels down physically. No matter what hold he puts on him, he's got to use his weight. He puts a headlock on, he's got to lean on him. Michaels isn't going to slam him. Look at that.
Oh, look at the strength. Crush's hand engulfed Michaels' face as he shoved him off.
Shawn cannot lose his temper. If he loses his temper, he's going to lose the title. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? I lost the Intercontinental title. Where? In Sheffield, in the UK. He could never live that down.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion, and not those of the great people from Sheffield that are here tonight. Crush setting Michaels on the top turnbuckle. Oh, well, he breaks cleanly, but he thought about it. He thought about nailing Michaels. And Michaels has a look of bewilderment on his face.
One thing, he does not want to get Shawn Michaels out on the floor. He can't beat him on the floor. If his mind is generated, if he's geared to really, really wanting to win that title, and not just beat up Shawn Michaels, I mean win the title, got to keep him in that ring, and he's got to maul him.
Side headlock applied very tightly by Crush. Michaels short forearm to the ribs, causes some separation. Look at the great agility. No, he caught him.
Look at that.
He caught him in a bear hug. Crush has got him in a bear hug, and Michaels quickly poked Crush in the eye. He didn't want to stay in that bear hug any longer than he had to.
Well, you can't blame him for that. But you see the ease that Crush caught him in the air. And Michael's a 240-pound athlete.
Michaels, wrist lock, Irish whip reverse. He avoids contact from Crush. The pace quickens here. Oh, Crush got him. Backbreaker,
Oh,
a
my
backbreaker.
goodness.
Michaels was hammered with a backbreaker, and he may be hurt very, very badly.
But he's smart enough to realize, roll out of that ring, get to the ropes, get on that floor. He can't beat you on that floor. You got a 20 count. That's why he's the Intercontinental Champion, because he's a one smart man.
Michaels' lower back really taking a pounding there from that powerful backbreaker. And Crush now caught on Michaels' trail. And there you see Michaels there to meet Crush, returning to the ring. Right hands slugging away at the big guy from Kona, Hawaii. Clothesline.
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Nothing.
Didn't even phase the big man.
Oh, my goodness. Shawn's in trouble here.
Crush has him up. Military press. extending the arms. What strength! What strength by Crush! Michaels in trouble. Is he going to throw him?
No.
He may throw him in the front row of ringside.
He won't beat him, then he won't win the title. He'll never survive a fall
What
like that.
strength! He's holding the champion above his head and slams him in the ring.
You know, I've talked to people, I've interviewed them.
Clothesline.
Look at that.
Took him all the way outside.
Oh,
Up
my
and over
goodness.
to the security railing.
I've talked to people, I've asked them about Crush, and they said, you know, Bobby, the guy doesn't know how strong he is. Don't ever make him mad. He'll just explode. He'll squash your head like a grape. That's scary, not knowing how strong you are.
I don't think I have ever seen anyone as strong as that man.
See, I have no idea how smart I am. That scares me.
Well, I have a good idea, but we won't get into that now.
Well, you're just being nice.
Sure I am. Michaels roll back in the ring. And Crush
Look at
lifts him
that.
up and throws him back in the turnbuckle. Big
Just a-
Crush is just overpowering right here.
You're right, since the start of this match, he's manhandled the Intercontinental Champion like he owned him.
Hard Irish whip. Michaels able to move out of the way and avoid contact. And a vicious knee right into the lower back area, driving Crush to the outside.
Sean, stay away from his power.
Michaels rams Crush's head into the security railing, and that's made of solid steel. Crush now barely able to stand. Michaels roll back in and stop the cowl. Michaels right into the ring post with
Crush.
Crush. What are you laughing about?
Beautiful Greco-Roman push into the pole.
What?
A Greco-Roman push into the post. Don't you know you're wrestling?
Apparently not. I thought I did.
Ask me, check with me if you want to know anything.
Michaels trying now to not only get his offense back together, but to keep Crush on the outside for as long as he can.
This is one great match.
Michaels again, the tip to the big man. He's got to keep the burner turned up on the big man from Hawaii.
Well, he doesn't really have to. He doesn't have to beat him. He has to keep from being beat.
Well, you're right. Technically, you're right. But
Yes.
Shawn Michaels is a tremendous competitor. He would love to score a victory live from the Sheffield Arena for the entire UK to see.
Oh, you're right about that. He's got an ego. His ego's bigger than the world. He loved the pull for victory over Crush. If it was me now, I'd take the other way.
Michaels up on the second rope. A sledgehammer-like blow.
Keep him down, keep him down.
Trying to hammer him, and he does. He knocks Crush down to a one knee.
Going up to the third floor.
Michaels climbs the ladder, up top, again, that sledgehammer-like blow, and down goes the huge man from the island of Hawaii.
Keep him down, keep him down.
Elbow
Wow.
to the back of the head. Michaels is hitting Crush with everything he's got, and he still can't keep him down.
He's still getting up.
Front face lock, a DDT.
That's it.
By
Good
Michaels.
night.
Could this be all? He rolls him over, lateral
One,
press.
2, 3.
Oh,
Whoa!
Great upper body strength by Crush, and Michaels ties him up with that reverse chin lock. Michaels wrenching away on the neck of this huge, huge man.
He's hurt.
And speaking of huge, still to come in this broadcast, Bobby the Brain Heenan will talk to Mr. Fuji and the 505-pound Yokozuna.
I will do that live from in the ring. Don't
Crush.
miss this one.
Got backed up now to the vertical base. The noise here is deafening.
You
Crush.
know, I speak Japanese fluently, you know.
Oh, Michael's trying to go for the super kick. Crush blocks it and caught him the clothesline. The whip to the middle of the ropes. And Crush caught him in the face. Crush.
This don't look good. This does not look good for Shawn Michaels.
It certainly doesn't. The Intercontinental Champion in trouble. Vertical suplex. The blood running to the head of Michaels. And he's dropped on his back.
Oh,
This
no.
could be all.
I don't like this.
Another leg drop. And Crush says it's time
Too much time, too much time.
to squeeze ahead, but Michaels
Does the word dummy mean anything to you?
Michaels instinctively rolled outside here.
Does the word stupid mean anything to you?
Michaels is taking his belt. Where's he going?
Home.
Is he leaving?
Shawn Michaels is leaving the building.
What's the deal? The referee, I think, is calling for the bell. I'm not sure what's going on here. Crush is bringing Michaels back into the ring. But the bell is sounding.
Does that mean to resume? Start what?
I'm not so sure. I don't know. Tilt the whirl.
Oh,
The
my
backbreaker.
Come on.
I think Michaels was counted out. The referee again calling for the bell. Crush has him, but it's too late. I think it's too late.
It'll be too late if they don't get that hold off him. That can do massive damage to you.
Well, I think Crush won the match by a countout.
But he doesn't get the belt.
He doesn't get the belt on a countout. I know that.
He let him get counted out. No, no, no. But then again, with what went down with Hogan, anything could happen. He may have beaten him.
This match is a result of a countout. Crush.
Crush has won it by a countout, but Shawn Michaels retains the championship.
I believe so. But he hasn't taken the belt from him yet. Do we have a new Intercontinental Champion? I don't know.
I don't think so.
But is he still holding the belt?
Shawn Michaels is the champion. But Crush won the match via countout. Michaels is very lucky on this day because that huge man had him right where he wanted him.
Let me tell you something, Pineapple Breath. If you were smart, you'd have the title right now. Don't go crying to the referee. You blew it. You let him stay out that ring too long. My guest at this time is the 505-pound athlete who defeated Bret the Hitman Hart last Sunday at WrestleMania 9 in Las Vegas. He is accompanied by Mr. Fuji. My guest, ladies and gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
It would be polite to stand.
we are back here, as Bobby the Brain mentioned. Mr. Fuji will lead this huge
So Mr.
505-pound
Fuji and Yokozuna the respect that they deserve.
Yokozuna to the ring. And no doubt,
Ichiban,
several athletes had their
Mr. Fuji.
sights set on that big man, including one Hacksaw Jim Duggan, because that man came within an eyelash of ending Hacksaw Jim
1
Duggan's
week ago.
wrestling career. Let's go back up to Bobby Heenan.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Domo arigato, Mr. Fuji-san. Yokozuna-san, domo arigato. Mr. Fuji, I've got to ask you this question. At WrestleMania last Sunday, Yokozuna defeated Bret the Hitman Hart. Hulk Hogan showed up at ringside. Why, I don't know. You issued a challenge. He jumped into the ring. Some kind of, I don't know what broke loose. Only lasted about 10 seconds. He wound up World Wrestling Federation champion. Explain that to me.
No, Bobby Heenan. As far as we're concerned, Yokozuna is still the WWF Heavyweight Champion. All I told Hogan-san, if you get not a gut, challenge by Yokozuna. He looking. You understand? Because Mr. Fuji no dummy. First of all, we don't sign no contract. Second round, no publicity. And third, no thing. So my Yokozuna is still the champion. Hulk Hogan, you one of our top contender.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that either because there was no contract signed, no negotiation about money. Hogan just jumped into the ring and it was a fluke. He got a cheap shot in on Yokozuna. But I understand completely. But I want you to understand something right now. I hear through my sources, being a broadcast journalist, that it's hunting season. Hacksaw Jim Duggan says he is hunting Mr. Yokozuna. And he's carrying that big 2x4 he's calling chopsticks. I would take it from my vantage point that Hacksaw Duggan is in a lot of trouble.
Big trouble. Evidently, Hacksaw, he has small memory. First meeting, you remember what happened to him? You remember? Internal injury. He's screaming in pain. Wife is watching television, he's screaming and crying. Because she's 6 months pregnant. But you know what? Hacksaw, if you want my Yokozuna, you want Yokozuna. You want him that bad? My man, you will meet him any place. Yokozuna will meet him any place in UK.
I remember you telling me just the other day that Hacksaw Jim Duggan is a weak American. You said, matter of fact, he is weaker. Hacksaw Duggan is just like the average person in the UK. As you took him out like that before, you're going to do it again.
Typical Englishman. No heart, no guts.
Well, Mr. Fuji, I wish you the best of luck. Yokozuna, domo arigato, you are Ichiban. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who eventually will become the WWF champion. Mr. Fuji said so, I gotta go along with it. Sayonara.
We're back live here at the Sheffield Arena, and as you can see, the 505-pound Yokozuna, along with Mr. Fuji, has not left the ringside area. This could be a very tough situation for Hacksaw Jim Duggan to deal with as we go back up to our ring announcer for the introduction of the Narcissist.
Oh, yes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Narcissus, Lex Luger.
The man that says he is beyond perfection. A man that has knocked out every one of his opponents since entering the WWF with that very controversial right elbow.
What could be controversial about it? He's about perfection.
Well, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I understand, is standing by with Lord Alfred Hayes.
My guest at this moment.
Oh, they know who I am, Lord.
they certainly do.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And I just want to say it's great to be back here in the UK. And you know, I seen the Narcissist out here, and he certainly does look very good. And I wouldn't want to be in a bodybuilding contest with him. But this ain't bodybuilding, it's wrestling. So, Mr. Lex Luger, go out there, take a look in your mirrors, look at those big biceps, look at that little skinny waist, and then listen for the bell to ring. And then look back to the dressing room, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan is going to stomp on down to the ring with my board, with my flag, and once I get in there, Lord, you know what I'm going to do?
I have a rough idea.
I'm going to do what Hacksaw Jim Duggan does best. That's beat people up. So, Luger, you're in for a long night. You may look pretty, you may be a technical wrestler, but I'm going to beat you up, tough guy.
And the charismatic one on his way to the ring right now. Back to you, Jimmy and Bobby.
All right, thank you very much, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Boy, Luger looks good. And I want to remind you, people will not be chanting USA. Glad we won't have to hear that.
You want to bet?
I'm telling you.
Listen to the ovation for Hacksaw Jim Duggan. It's Jim to the rafters here in Sheffield Arena. Hacksaw Duggan with the American flag and 2x4 in hand. One of the most popular athletes to ever compete in the WWF. And there you see his adversary. This man right here, Yokozuna, has his eye on Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I, for one, do not like the looks of this situation as far as Hacksaw Duggan is concerned.
What do you mean? Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji are merely spectators. They're sitting there watching the match. That's all.
Well, I don't trust Yokozuna any farther than I can throw it, and I can't even budge the guy. Yokozuna almost ended Hacksaw Duggan's wrestling career. Duggan sustained several internal injuries. But thank goodness he's back in action. His family, Duggan's family, wanted him to retire. They didn't want him to return to wrestling, but he said he couldn't do it. He's got to compete. And somewhere down the line, Duggan will go one-on-one with Yokozuna. And fans, if you get the chance to see that one, don't miss it.
That's going to be an explosion. It'll be World War II all over again, except with a different outcome this time.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Well, what are they saying, Brain? Come on, admit you were wrong.
No, what do
What do you think that is, a tape? Watch their lips move.
No, what I said was...
You were wrong.
Wait a minute. Will you shut up?
What are they saying? USA.
I know I can hear that. I can hear that. But what I'm trying to get across to you is the reason they're doing that is because I haven't got a clue where they're at. These are dumb people. I told you that.
They're not dumb people. They're wonderful people. They live in a wonderful country.
Do you like this town?
I love this town.
You live here?
No.
You don't like it that much, do you?
I wouldn't mind living here. What's wrong with Sheffield?
I could work something out. I can find you a real estate guy. Get you a nice one-bedroom house here for about $11 million.
Call an elbow tie-up and Luger. Forrest Duggan back into the corner. Duggan got the knee in the midsection. Irish whip. No, it's going to be reversed by Duggan, who misses the elbow. But he didn't miss that clothesline. He hit him again. Down goes the narcissist, Lex Luger. Duggan really on a roll here. And Luger bails out. Duggan starting off with a very powerful offensive flurry.
You know, I like this
And again,
thing.
they're chanting, USA, USA.
That does not sit good with Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna either.
Who cares what they think, or who cares how they feel?
Duggan better care.
Referee restraining Hacksaw Jim Duggan, allowing the narcissist Lex Luger to re-enter the ring.
Well, Fuji and Yokozuna are no longer sitting down. They are now standing at ringside.
Duggan blocks the rights and lefts. Duggan with those stinging left jabs, and a big roundhouse haymaker, and down goes Lex Luger.
Come on, Lex, get up.
Luger has been unable to get it untracked here. Whip to the far side, and Duggan set a little early, got caught with a foot, and now the clothesline. And now it's Luger with a heavy right hand and a clothesline. The powerful Lex Luger knocks down Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I don't hear the USA chant anymore.
There's Yokozuna
Focus.
stoically looking on. He knows that soon he and Duggan must meet. It's inevitable. They must meet somewhere soon, one-on-one. Duggan being choked over the second rope here. Luger so strong.
What
Taking
great
Duggan
shape.
down.
What a body. What a specimen of humanity. Everybody wishes they could look like Lex Luger. I know I do.
Luger, that huge, powerful arm wrapped around Hacksaw Duggan, and this crowd is deafening here. The fans are chanting for Hacksaw to get up, make his way back up, and he does.
Keep him down. Keep him down.
Duggan with the elbows, forcing now the narcissist back into the corner. Luger with the elbow to the midsection. Irish whip, far side. And Luger caught Duggan coming in with a big foot to the face. And Hacksaw is down.
Keep him down now.
Elbow drop by Luger. Lateral press, hooks the far leg, and got a near fall. A 2 count. Again, going back to the reverse chin lock. Trying to crimp Duggan's neck as Luger puts so much of his weight on Duggan's head and shoulders. The crowd here, they love Hacksaw Duggan. Here
I
in
can't hear
Sheffield,
you.
England.
It's deafening. What are you saying to me?
I said they love Duggan in Sheffield.
Don't yell at me. I'm not blind.
Duggan back up to one knee. Luger can't keep Duggan down for long. Again, the elbows find their mark to the midsection. Right hand by Duggan. Luger is wobbling. Football block. Luger almost down. Oh, but this time, Luger caught Duggan coming off the ropes with a knee into the abdomen. May have knocked the breath out of Duggan.
And he knocked the bad breath out of Duggan.
Luger, as we look over the shoulder at a 505-pound Yokozuna.
That's got to be working on Duggan's mind. Knowing he's in there with an athlete with the capability of Lex Luger. Knowing what can happen during a match like this. Plus, knowing that Yokozuna is just a mere 10 feet away watching. That's got to put fear into you.
A great challenge for Hacksaw Duggan in this contest. He blocked. And then Luger taking face first into the top turnbuckle.
You know, there's no doubt about it. Duggan is not a finesse wrestler. He won't show you a lot of flashy moves. He's just one big, tough, loudmouth that'll get out there and hurt you. You've got to watch him at all times.
Double axe handle to the spine by Lex Luger, the narcissist. Straight right hand. Duggan lefts and rights. Luger, the man that will soon face Mr. Perfect, is in trouble in the corner. Right hands by Duggan. And they find their mark. Luger, well, no, he reversed. I thought he was about out of it. Oh, both men collide. Luger inside the ring, but Duggan goes outside the ring.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Duggan on the outside. What's gonna... Oh, my! Oh, no! Oh, no! All 505 pounds squashing Duggan right in his chest cavity.
Talk about a sit-down strike. That'll do it.
Duggan was just hammered by Yokozuna on the outside. Duggan is... The breath had to escape from his body. He's a weakened man. And Luger caught him with that forearm. That controversial right forearm. He hooks the leg. And there's Perfect.
Here.
Perfect in the ring. Perfect.
I'll tell you something. These two meet in London. I'm supposed to go home tomorrow. I'm going to stay. I'm not going to miss this match. Something's going down here, boy.
Mr. Perfect did not want to wait until London.
Who does Perfect think he is? Coming out of the dressing room. He hasn't even showered or changed yet. He set Luger up.
Luger back in the ring. Now hammering Mr. Perfect. It is a brawl here. Yokozuna coming in the ring.
Duggan's hurt.
Oh, it's chaotic in Sheffield. Double thrust by Yokozuna on Perfect.
Oh, he's going to break him in half. He's going to break him in half. This is fun. This is fun. Come on, Yoko.
Luger has Perfect in the corner.
Go up to the second story.
Yokozuna climbing the ladder. Oh, no. He'll bust him out. He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Perfect out of the way.
He's got the board.
Duggan's got the 2x4. Duggan with a 2x4.
This place is going wild.
They're all standing here.
They're going to be fighting all the way back to the dressing room. We got to send somebody back there. I got to know what's going on back there.